How's it going, clan? This is Mac Player here. Welcome back to my channel. Making these videos was very cool and I'm looking forward to do the list on PlayStation 4. We're down to the most recent and most powerful PlayStation machines ever. So here's my top 10 favorite list for PlayStation 3 game list. So without further ado, let's begin on the last but not least game. Number 10, MotorStorm. MotorStorm is a racing video game series developed by Evolution Studios, Big Studios and Virtuos, and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. MotorStorm game includes various classes of vehicles ranging from bikes to trucks, each with their own ability and performance. There are 8 tracks that can be raced on in the game's setting of Monumental Valley, from sand dunes to rocky canyons. MotorStorm was released in December 2006 in Japan, 6th of March 2007 in North America, and in Europe to 23 March 2007. Has achieved global sales of over 3 million copies. MotorStorm got great critics from Metacritic. Number 9, Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts is the first-person shooter video game developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. It is the 10th major installment in the Call of Duty series and the 6th developed by Infinity Ward. It was released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 and Wii U on November 5, 2013. Ghost is set on a near future that follows the nuclear destruction of the Middle East. The game's main protagonists are the Ghosts, a force of the United States Special Operations personnel training to conduct clandestine missions behind enemy lines. In Call of Duty Ghosts, the story is mostly told through the eyes of one single character, Logan Walker. With several other playable characters including an astronaut specialist named Baker, Sergeant Thompson, Elias Walker, and Riley, the first non-human playable character in the franchise. Ghost received generally positive reviews from critics, with most praising its multiplayer gameplay and introduction of the new gameplay character. Number 8, Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Drake's Fortune is an action-adventure video game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It is the first game in the Uncharted series and was released in November 2007 for PlayStation 3. combining action-adventure and platforming elements with a third-person perspective. The game follows Nathan Drake, the supposed descendant of the explorer Sir Francis Drake, as he seeks the lost treasure of El Dorado with the help of journalist Elena Fisher and mentor Victor Sullivan. The game went on to sell 1 million copies after its first 10 weeks of release, and helped propel Naughty Dog to the forefront as a video game developer. It was re-released on PlayStation 4 as part of Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection. Uncharted: Drake's Fortune received generally favorable reviews from critics, many of whom cited its technical achievements, voice acting, characters, story, and musical score. Number 7, Uncharted 2: Among Thieves. Among Thieves is an action-adventure video game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was released in October 2009 for PlayStation 3. Set 2 years after the events of Drake's Fortune, the single-player story follows Nathan Drake, who partners with Chloe Fraser and Elena Fisher. They search for the Cintamani Stone in Shambhala, whilst battling a mercenary group led by Zoran Lazarevic and Harry Flynn.
Lazarevic paid top dollar for Marco Polo's journals. He's been after the Cintamani Stone for years.
You're competing with a psychopathic war criminal for a mythological gemstone?
The development of the drew inspiration from explorer Marco Polo, and especially from his expeditions to archipelagos and Eastern Asia.
It's like an armed compound. There are soldiers everywhere.
I know where the stone is. You better pray that he is not bluffing.
Sure hope you know what you're doing.
Holy shit. I don't have the faintest idea.
Uncharted 2: Among Thieves received universal acclaim for critics for its elaborate set pieces, character design, storytelling, graphics, technical innovation, and gameplay mechanics.
They get us all killed!
I'm just trying to set things right.
And maybe save the world?
It received Game of the Year accolades from numerous publication and award events, and is considered to be one of the greatest video games ever made.
What do we have here?
Careful.
Christ almighty. Just kidding.
Number 6, Gran Turismo 5. Gran Turismo 5 is a racing video game developed by Polyphony Digital and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. It was released for the PlayStation 3 on November 24, 2010 in Europe and North America. Gran Turismo 5 is the first game in the franchise to provide a damage model, with variations of damage depending on whether a vehicle is standard or premium car. The game also features weather effects, however they can are only available at certain circuits. Gran Turismo 5 provides a total of 1,089 cars. Lamborghini and Bugatti make the first home console appearance in the franchise. Gran Turismo 5 allows players to drive 31 different locations or scenery in 81 different tracks layouts. Gran Turismo 5 received generally favorable reviews according to review aggregator Metacritic. As of March 2013, Gran Turismo 5 sold over 10 million units. Number 5, Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time. Ratchet and Clank: A Crack in Time is a 2009 platformer video game developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Computer Entertainment for the PlayStation 3. The Crack in Time game features both returning and new gameplay mechanics to the Ratchet and Clank series. Ratchet can now fly his ship freely between planets on a two-dimensional ecliptic in various zones. The game also has new weapons known as constructor weapons. Upon release, the game received positive reviews from critics, with praise particularly aimed at the story, visuals, and gameplay. Number 4, Tomb Raider.
A famous explorer once said that the extraordinary is in what we do, not who we are.
Tomb Raider is an action-adventure video game developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Square Enix.
I'd finally set out to make my mark. To find adventure. But instead, adventure found me.
It is the 10th title in the Tomb Raider franchise and operates as a reboot that reconstructs the origins of Lara Croft. Tomb Raider is set on Yamatai, an island from which Lara, who is untested and not yet the battle-hardened explorer she is in the other titles.
In our darkest moments, when life flashes before us, we find something. Something that keeps us going.
Lara must save her friends and escape while being hunted down by a malevolent cult.
Something that pushes us.
Gameplay elements focus more on survival, although exploration is used within the game when exploring the island and various optional tombs. Tomb Raider was critically acclaimed. In a world-exclusive review, Game Master magazine gave the game a score of 90%.
When all seemed lost, I found a truth. And I knew what I must become.
The game sold more than 1 million copies less than 48 hours after its release. Number 3, Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 3 is a 2012 action-adventure video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii U, and Microsoft Windows. The story is set on the 18th century before, during, and after the American Revolution from 1754 to 1783, and follows Desmond's ancestor known as Connor as he fights the Templars' attempts to gain control in the colonies.
But for who?
Assassin's Creed 3 is set in an open world and presented from the third-person perspective. Connor's story spans through 2 decades of his life, from his childhood in 1760 to 1783. The player can hunt small and large animals, and approximately 1/3 of the story takes place in the frontier. The entire eastern seaboard is also explorable via Connor's captaining his naval warship, the Aquila. The game received positive reviews from critics, who praise it for its gameplay, narrative, diverse cast of characters, visual and grand, ambitious skill. It was a commercial success, selling more than 12 million copies worldwide. Number 2, Assassin's Creed Revelations.
Claudia, my dearest sister. I have been in Acre a week now, safe and in high spirits, but prepared for the worst.
Assassin's Creed Revelations is a 2011 action-adventure video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft.
Bandits, not native to this land. What this could mean, I dread to guess.
It is the 4th major installment in the Assassin's Creed series, a direct sequel to 2010's Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
Father did not. In a letter written the year before my birth, He makes mention of a library hidden beneath the stones of Masyav Castle.
Revelations features two other returning protagonists, Altair ibn Lahad in 12th and 13th century Masyaf and Egi Auditori da Firenze in 16th century Constantinople.
A host of eager Templars, as I fear most strongly. Or nothing but the whistling of a cold and lonely wind. Masyaf has not been home to the assassins for almost 300 years now. Can we still claim it for our own? Are we welcome there?
The main story follows the assassin Ezio's journey to unlock the secret of Altair's vault in Masyaf using disc-like artifacts containing Altair's memories.
Action only, towards chaos. Today, I have more questions than answers. This is why I've come so far. To find clarity. To find the wisdom left behind by the great Altair.
Revelations is set in an open world and presented from the third-person perspective with primary focus on using Ezio's, Desmond's, and Altair's combat and stealth abilities to eliminate targets and explore the environment.
Should anything happen to me, Claudia, should my skills fail me, or my ambition lead me astray, do not seek retribution or revenge in my memory, but fight to continue the search for truth. So that all may benefit. My story is one of many thousands, and the world will not suffer if it ends too soon.
The game was a large commercial success, outperforming the sales of its predecessors. Number 1, Assassin's Creed 2. Assassin's Creed 2 is a 2009 action-adventure video game developed by Ubisoft Montreal and published by Ubisoft. It is the second major installment in the Assassin's Creed series. Players can explore Florence, Venice, Tuscany, and Forli as they guide Ezio on a quest for vengeance against those responsible for betraying his family. The game takes place in an open-world environment with non-linear gameplay. The player may now swim in water, and Eagle Vision, the ability to identify specific people and landmarks, can now be used in third-person view and while moving. The combat system is more complex than its predecessor, with the ability to disarm opponents using counterattack unarmed. Upon release, Assassin's Creed 2 received critical acclaim. Review aggregator site Metacritic gave the PlayStation 3 version a score of 91, making it the highest rated game in the franchise on the site.
To the entrance. Don't let him see you. Wait for my command.
At the 2009 Spike Video Game Awards, Assassin's Creed 2 was named Best Action Adventure Game.
could not let your father live to see it. As for your mother, once I've dealt with you, I promise I'll give her my full attention.
It is considered to be one of the best video games ever made. This is it, bros, my top 10 favorite PlayStation 3 games. This is a personal list and not a best-selling games qualifier. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Comment also if you agree on the list and let me know what are your top 10 PlayStation 3 games list. Thank you for watching and I'll see you bros later. This is Amax signing off.